Welcome back to part 2 of chasing down this relic. Our team is getting ready to go into a different world, and we will see how that all plays out. I apologize for the incredible length of time between posting these 2 episodes. I really underestimated how long and how much more work it would be to retire from one job and start another, move cross country, set up a whole new house, set up a new game room, get everything started. So it's been a very long time since I've put this together, but we'll get it down. I have one more adventure already recorded after this, but I'm in my new game room. It is much smaller than my old game room. We have downsized, and that's probably a good thing, except that some of my games are now in storage. I have a lot of my Warhammer still out. I have all of my Shadows of Brimstone, of course, Oathsworn, Nemesis, a couple other games that all my single-player games I can play by myself. But I have moved from a 20 by 15 game room to a 10 by 10 game room, so a little bit smaller, a lot more, let's call it cozy, but I will be able to start playing games again here shortly. So with that said, let's get down to chasing the last relic. Welcome back. We are chasing down the last of the relics, and what you may have noticed is I flip-flopped these two because when we went into the swamps we were actually chasing this one. So this one, the Amulet of Beasts, is what we're going for now. For that one, everybody got whacked with hits whenever we hit a event. I did miss this event, so I'm going to have to roll for that one here in just a minute for a random hero to take 6 horror hits. But this next one, for the Amulet of the Beasts, all enemies in this world get a free elite ability, and Hold Back the Darkness is 1 higher than it would be to succeed. Otherwise, it's still a Black Fang adventure, and we're rolled for the Blasted Waste to be the world. I have never played the Blasted Waste, so this should be interesting. There are some unique rules in the Blasted Waste. First is there's the sundial, and things happen that make it go around day to night, and at night bad things happen, the day different effects happen. But first thing you have to do is roll. When we do go through the door here in a moment, what is it going to be? It is going to be nighttime. So hope that's bad, because hopefully we will get it away from nighttime sometime soon. Other things that happen in the Blasted Waste are you use the Blasted Waste loot deck, and you get an extra loot card whenever you're drawing loot cards. And the other thing is whenever you roll a natural 7 for your Hold Back the Darkness, everybody takes a corruption hit because of all the pulverized dark stone in the air. So anyway, starting the day, or starting the turn, we of course have to hold back the darkness. I do have the Otherworld threat deck, and I threw in as many painted things as I could find that fit, had Blasted Waste Otherworld cards. And we still have 1 Growing Dread card here. So 10, we do hold back the darkness because we have to roll a 9. And so to move, first is the Saloon Girl, and she can move 5. And again, we're kind of stuck with her, so we're just going to have to leave her right there. Next to go is the Marshal. He rolls a 3. He'll come here. He will look through to the other side. And while he's here with his turn, he is going to hand over the Serpent Skull helmet, I think, to the Bandito. He's going to let him borrow it, trade the item, so that he also gets a +5 armor, and he is not wearing any kind of headgear or anything. So we now have the Saloon Girl with a 6+ armor save, the Marshal with a 5+ armor save, and the Bandito with a 5+ armor save. The Lawman, well, he's just out of luck. Alright, so next we will draw the first. Let me shuffle these. I know I shuffled them, but I'm going to shuffle them again anyway. Hopefully I don't get 1,000 no exploration tokens. Of course, first thing is a T-junction passage with no exploration token, and it does have one of these little blue markers, which means that there is an acid pit there, and that means at night when you start your turn you take damage. So we will move this over here. So they are technically here. No exploration token though. And as I was saying, this little blue here is an acid bog. And at night it creates a night mist. And so while the sun track is in the night position, at the start of a hero's activation each turn, that hero immediately takes 2 hits that are poison. If it's in the dusk position, then you only take 1 instead of 2. But nobody is starting their turn there yet. So now the lawman gets to move. 6. 1. Oh, he can't go. Oh, he can't even go there because they're in the way. Well, that's the end of the turn. So now it's time to hold back the darkness. We went 1 more forward. Holding back the darkness, and we roll a natural 7. 1 that doesn't hold back the darkness. So we'll get a little flip there. And they each take a corruption hit. So white is the saloon girl, red is the lawman for their save, and they both fail, so they each take a corruption. Well, that's not good. And now red is the bandito and white is the lawman. And they both take a corruption. And then I forgot, someone's got to take 6 sanity hits for the one I missed before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5. So it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the bandito takes 6 sanity hits. Can he save? How many can he save? He saves 2 because his willpower is 5 because, well, it's him. He's going to use a grit and re-roll these others. And he saves 2 more, so he takes 2 sanity damage. I did forget Comforting Presence last turn, but actually she was by herself, so it didn't matter. Alright, so I think I'm squared up with all of the things that I missed. So now, let's see, we held back the darkness, and now it is the saloon girl's turn. I've got to get her out front. So she can only move to here. Okay, so we are going to do the bandito next. 1, he gets his grit back. And he can move 1, 2. Now we're going to let the lawman move. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is going to look through the door because we are just, I'm worried about the depth track. So we'll pull that tile in a minute. Now the lawman. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and give the saloon girl room if she can make it. Now these two started their activation at night with this, so they each need to take 2 hits. So red is the bandito, white is the U.S. Marshal. And they save them all, so no poison. And now it is time to hold back the darkness. Double 5s. Well, at least the darkness doesn't move forward. So the blasted waste depth event chart says that a 5 is magnetic arcing.
A molten darkstone core churns at the heart of the blasted wastes, causing frequent quakes and storms and magnetic pulses, which disrupt and arc off of electrical equipment. Every hero immediately takes 2 hits for every tech item or tech token they carry. Well, they've not found any tech items or tech tokens yet, so they are still okay. Alright, so now the Saloon Girl can finally go. So she rolls 2, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, and I forgot. So that was... he looked through the door. I forgot to actually draw the map. Alright, a sulfur basin. Alright, so that is this one here. And I failed. So it should have an exploration token. I don't know what I was thinking. So we'll leave the Saloon Girl right there. We will move. Oop, another earthquake. Actually, we're going to have to just erase the Saloon Girl's turn, I think. Can we see that now? Yes. Alright, so I have to reset that because the Saloon, in case something happened. If not, I'll remember that she had a 3 move and that's what she got. But something bad may happen to her. The other issue is that she, when we haven't done the Hold Back the Darkness roll yet, but we'll redo that. So exploration token, encounter times 2. So are they Blasted Waste encounters or are they Black Fang Tribe? They are both Black Fang Tribe encounters. So the 2 encounters. Hallucinations. The air in this room feels thick and smoky as you breathe in deeply. You begin to feel lightheaded. The shadows in the corner of your eye begin to take shape, forming black hunched creatures that scurry into darkness, always just outside of your view. All heroes on this map tile at the start of each turn are -1 initiative and -1 on their to hit rolls, and take 2 horror hits. And then Dance of Death's Embrace. A fire burns at the center of the room, casting long flickering shadows on the walls. A lore 5 test. If successful, you calm your spirits in the face of darkness and gain 15 experience. And you may deal d6 sanity damage. You may heal. That was a deal. Alright, so lore test. First is the Saloon Girl, who has 6 lore. She moved 3. So let's see if she can pass her lore test. She passes. So she can heal d6 sanity, which she has no sanity, but she gets 15 experience. Alright. The Marshal has a lore of oh, I bumped into his stuff. He has a lore of 3. So let's see. He passes. He gets 15 experience. Lawman has a lore of 2. He passes and gets 15 experience. And the Bandito has a lore of 3. And he passes. Wow. Can't roll like that any other time, though. Alright, so now we're back to she was out of sight. And because she was not in the same tile, she takes d6 horror hits. She takes 5 horror hits. And she fails them all. She's going to use a grit. To get 2 of them. So she takes 3 horror hits. Could have been worse, could have been worse. And she is almost out of grit. So now it is the lawman's turn. 2 doors. We're going to go shortest route available. So he can go 3 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he started his turn here, so he takes 2 hits from the poison mist, which he saves. He has to take a two horror hits, which he saves both. And then what I didn't see was everybody had to do a Spirit 5 test as well. So we'll go ahead and knock that out now, 2. So the Saloon Girl has a Spirit of 3. She does not pass. So she has to take 6 horror hits, which she passes all but 2, so she takes 2 more sanity damage. The Lawman has a Spirit of 2. So he passes, so he gets 15 experience. But he takes 2 horror hits, but he can heal 1 horror hit because of his 1/5. So he takes, defend his horror hits, and he fails, he takes 2, so ultimately he takes 1. The Bandito had a a Spirit of 3. So he heals 1, but he takes 2 hits. He fails them both, so he's sort of like, oh, that was 2, but he takes 2 each. So he takes 4. So ultimately we'll take 3 since he healed 1. And the Lawman has a he just has a Spirit of 1. So he takes 2 horror hits, and he takes 2 sanity damage. We are sucking up the sanity damage. Alright. Now, no one else is starting their activation phase in here, but they still will have to take their 2 damage. So the Lawman will defend his 2 damage. He takes 2 wounds. And then he can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to take 2 hits. He will defend them. He defends 1, he takes 1 wound. Then he will move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they are not going to look through the door yet. Actually, yeah, he is going to look through the door. We'll just have to hope the Saloon Girl can catch up with us at some point. And she's just going to keep taking hits. So he looks through the door and finds a desert valley. And we're just going to play it across. And exploration token. And that's the end of the turn. And it is an attack with only 1 door. So let's see what door. So it's the door. This door. This is the door. We're just going to make a spiral here. And an attack. So is it 1, 2, 3? It's Black Fang Tribe. It is not. So we will draw another World Threat card and a Wasteland Battle. Wasteland Battle. The heroes stumble onto a fight for survival already raging. So basically it's a Wasteland Terralisk and a threat card. So I'll draw a yellow threat card. And then at the end of each turn, roll a d6 for each other large or smaller enemy adjacent to the Terralisk. And that, on a roll of 4+, that enemy is eaten. And the Terralisk takes d3 wounds, ignoring defense, for each other enemy adjacent to it. So we have P Ghost Warriors. I've never fought the Ghost Warriors yet, so let's see. We have 4 Ghost Warriors and a Terralisk. So let me go get those together and I will be back. So welcome back. I actually had to take a little bit of a break. It's been a couple of weeks since I set this up. I got called away and could not get back. Like I said before, I've never played in the Wasteland, so this is the first time I'm going to fight against the Ghost Warriors and the Terralisk. Now they both ambush, so I went ahead and set that up. What I have not done is actually give them their elite abilities. And hopefully I can remember all the different rules and all the things that were going on. But the Terralisk is a melee 4+, initiative 3, health of 10 plus 5 per hero, so he's actually going to have a health of 30. Defense is 4, combat is 8, and his damage is 2 per attack. He is terror 3, so I'm going to have to remember terror 3 and the hit because it's dawn, and we've got all those acid pools. He also always attacks from ambush, and he moves through other models. The Ghost Warriors have a higher initiative, therefore they were set first in ambush, which is kind of bad for me because the Terralisk is just going to push him out of the way as soon as it's his turn. And because they're in ambush, that gives them an initiative of 5. So the Ghost Warriors are going to get to go, then the Terralisk, and then our folks, except for the Saloon Girl, who is sitting way over here and still has to even make it into combat. He has critical hits, only reduces defense to 2, and the Tentacle Maw, at the end of its move, one random adjacent hero has to pass an Agility 5 test, and or he gets swallowed whole. And then once he's swallowed, he's got to roll a Strength 5+, or he keeps taking wounds down in the Terralisk's mouth. And he'll get a couple of elite abilities in a minute. Ghost Warriors are initiative 7. They always ambush and are +2 combat on the first turn of an ambush, so that kind of stinks too. They're immune to critical hits. They move through other models and can change targets each turn. And then they are possessed. They are +2 damage on all hits from and against heroes with a Spirit 3 of or higher. So that actually only affects the Saloon Girl, who has a Spirit of 3. Oh, and the Bandito, who has a Spirit of 3. So this is going to be a lot to remember. Plus, they're going to get their 2 elite abilities before they get to ambush. So we'll go ahead and let's do the elite abilities. So for the Terralisk, 1 and 4. Barbed Talons. Combat hits are now +1 damage and ignore armor. Oh man. And we had all that great armor. And then number 4 is +4 combat. Oof, so now he's 12 combat. Egad. Okay, and then for the Ghost Warriors, 2 and 4. They gain an extra +1 combat and +1 damage with heroes with a Spirit of 3 or higher. Oh, great. So they already, that's going to be even more brutal. And Savage Brutality. +1 combat and melees are now on a 3+. Okay. That was 2 and 4. So hopefully I can remember all that. I do not think our heroes are going to do very well. And this is Wasteland Battle, so at the end of each turn, a d6 for any creatures next to the Terralisk, and that on a 4+, they're eaten, so maybe he'll help us out. And he takes d3 wounds, ignoring defense, for any enemy that is adjacent to him. So maybe they can hurt each other a little bit and help us out. But with all that said, I guess the first step is to hold back the darkness. And a 7 does not do it. So we're going to move this to a darkness card. Let's see. Lurking in the Deep. Draw a threat card that is 1 threat level higher than normal without looking at it. Place it by the top stage of the depth track. Next time the darkness marker moves onto a space in the top stage of the depth track, ambush attack using this threat card. So they're a medium, so they need a high. So actually next time we fail a darkness roll, we're going to get ambushed. Lucky, lucky us. So, Ghost Warriors. They're in ambush, so one of these and one of these are going to attack each of them. Now, they have the ability to come attack this, the Marshal. They are adjacent, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, technically, he has to attack him because he's not being attacked by anybody. So he is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, so he's attacking the U.S. Marshal. Alright, so the Bandito, let's start with attacks on him. Their combat is 2, but I think they're +2 damage for heroes with a spirit 3. +1 combat, and also now they're 3 combat, and they hit on a 3+. Okay, so and a 2. They +1 combat and +1 damage against heroes with spirit 3. So 4 attacks on the Bandito that hit on 3s. Oh, and they all hit. Can he defend? He defends 1. I'm going to use one of his grit to re-roll those. Get rid of his grit. Yeah, we'll just start stacking them there. And he doesn't do any better. Now he does have armor. He has a 5+ armor, so 3 hits, doing 3 damage each. However, that they're doing actually 5 damage each, plus their savage brutality. Oh no. So 6 damage each right now. So I'm just going to have to roll them 1 set at a time. So 5+ armor. Alright, so he's taken 3 damage so far. Well, okay. That's 3. So, okay. 2 more of these. He takes 4 more damage. And then he takes 5 more, so 11. Plus, so and he has, oops. He has 1 wound left. Lucky him. Okay. Now attacks on the Marshal. So it's a different number of attacks. So the Marshal has 2 Ghost Warriors attacking him with 3 combat each. So that's 6 attacks. And only 1 hits. So he can defend. And he defends it. And now we get 3 attacks on the Lawman. All 3 hit. And he defends 2. So their damage is 3. And he doesn't have a high spirit, so he takes 1. So 3 damage. 2, 3. Okay, well that was kind of a brutal first round. So now it is time for the Terrorless. Oh wait, it's time for the Saloon Girl to go. So she doesn't have to take terror or anything. So roll the move. 6. So that one would be the same as this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can actually attack. She gets to reroll 1. So she hits 1 hit for 1 damage, defense of 3, so 1, 2, 3, so it does nothing. She is going to, you know what, she's going to go ahead and use her holdout pistol. 6 would be a critical, but they're immune to critical, so it doesn't matter. 3, 4, so she does 1 damage to this guy. Next is the Terrorless, so first we'll start, so he gets 2 times D3 wounds for each other enemy, so 2 D3s, so 3, 4, oops, uh-oh, breaking the house, 4 damage. Four damage out of his 30. And now, red dice is this guy, white dice is that guy. On a 4+, the enemy is eaten. So the white one, uh-oh, I forget which one was which now. I think this was the white one. So he has been eaten. He is gone. Well, that's not bad. Now he bursts through. And on a 1, 2, 3, he attacks the Bandito. 4, 5, 6, the Lawman. I mean the Marshal. So he attacks the Marshal. And I forgot, he's up to 12 attacks now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he hits on a 4. Whoop. Yeah, hits on a 4. Wait a minute. Alright, but he has extra damage. So, okay, so he gets 6 hits. Ooh, and 3 go through for, I'm going to go ahead and use a grit, I think, because it ignores armor. 3 go through, that would be 3 times 3, that'd be 9 damage. Yep, he's going to use a grit to reroll these. Okay, so it only takes 3 damage. Now, a random player, the Maw, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the Lawman has to do an agility test. His agility is 3, and he passes. Thank goodness, because he doesn't need to be eaten. All right, so now everybody else is equal. So first things first, let's start with the Marshal, or yeah, the Lawman here. First thing is he takes 1 hit that he does not save, so he takes a poison. And a damage. Then he takes, well, he is actually not on the same, so he doesn't take any terror. So he will roll to move. He gets a grit. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, he is at his max grit. Darn. Okay. And he will try to escape. So their escape is a 4+. Nope, he doesn't. Alright, so he will just attack with his, I guess he'll use his hunter's rifle. And he does not get a reroll. Oh, wait a minute. Once per attack, you may reroll one of your to hit rolls for laying down the law. And he still misses. So he can use his D8 to do damage on this guy here. That is 4, 5 damage minus his 3 defense, so 2 more damage. And they have 6 health. That's it for him. So we'll let the Bandito go. So the Bandito has to take 1 poison hit, which he's going to use a grit to reroll that. And he saves it, because that would have been 15. Now he's going to roll for his terror. And he takes 3 sanity. Ooh, the Bandito is not going to last long, I don't believe. And now roll to move. He does get his grit back. He's going to use a bandage. And heal 5 wounds. And then he is going to attack. He is 2-handed. He's got 5 shots. He only hits once. You know, he's going to use that grit he just earned to reroll these. Alright, so he's got 4 hits. Take that grit back away. And defense of 3. You know what? He's going to put all 4 of them on this guy right here that is attacking him. Okay, and he does... don't think he does any extra damage. No. So he does 1 wound, and he does 3 wounds, so he does 4 wounds. To this one. Okay. Now the Marshal's going to go. He gets to reroll 1. Okay, so he has 2 criticals. Whoa. Well, the criticals bring the Terrorless down to 2, but the defense of the Ghost Warriors is 3. If I don't kill a couple of these Ghost Warriors, then the Bandito is going to be dead very shortly. So, I'm going to do my first one. Okay, they on this one with 4 wounds here. Once per turn, I think he can re-roll a wound once per turn, so he's going to do that, and he doesn't do anything. So he's going to do a second one on that same guy. That's 8. So minus 3 is 5, and that is enough to kill this guy, which allows him to heal a wound. He gets... they're worth 50 experience each, plus 2 elites is 70, plus his ability, his extra 10 he gets. And he gets to attack 1 more attack because he killed something. He does another critical hit, and he's going to put it on this guy here, the other warrior. So that is a 6. Does he have any plus damage? No, he doesn't get any extra damage. I don't think. Let me go through all his stuff real quick. So that's 6 minus 3 is 3, so that takes him to 6. Oh man, not quite enough. Oh wait, no, 6. They have 6 health, so that actually kills him. So that's another 80 experience. And he heals a wound. And I think that's everything he can do. I never rolled to move for him. Hold on. Nope. And I didn't roll for his one poison hit, which he takes. Oh, he takes a poison, a wound and a poison. And he will, and 3 terrors. So he takes 3 sanity as well. Well, okay, at least I remembered it. And that is the end of the turn, minus comforting presence for the lawman. Gets to heal a wound, which gives the saloon girl some experience. And that is it. So now we have to try and hold back the darkness and hopefully not get... We held back the darkness, good. So one more turn before craziness happens. Ghost Warriors move through targets and change models. So that means he can actually change models. So he has a move, they have a move of 10. So who is he going to attack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course the Bandito. I guess the Bandito's going to die this turn. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to attack the Marshal. Okay. So we'll do the Marshal first, because it's just 3 attacks. And they hit on 4, so 1 hit. Let me double check, make sure there's not... nope. That's 3 hits because they hit on 3s now. He saves all but 2 here. He doesn't save 2, so that would be 6 damage. You know what? He's going to use another grit. And he saves him. Now, on the Bandito. 2 combat, 3 combat, 4 combat. So 2 plus 1 because of number 2. And another one because of that. Okay, so hits on 3 of them. Bandito saves 1. You know what? He's going to use a grit. And now he saves another one. Get rid of that. And that does 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on him. So, oh, you know, I was screwed up. His health is 21, so he's got plenty of health. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking his health was 15. Okay, so now Saloon Girl's turn. Now she has to take a hit from the poison stuff. And she takes a hit and is poison. Now she still doesn't have to take any terror. Roll to move. She's actually not going to go anywhere. Anyway, so she will attack this guy here. Reroll 1. Nope, she's got 1 hit for 1, 2, 3 damage, so nothing. Well, that wasn't helpful. Now it's everybody else's turn, so we'll let the lawman go. First he's got to roll for the poison he already has. Nothing happens. Now he rolls for the next one. He saves it. He doesn't have to roll for terror. So he'll roll to move. 5. Yeah, he'll just stay there. So he will attack. And he misses both. But he can reroll 1 to hit. And he hits. And so he's going to put it on this guy right here. That's 6 plus his Beast Hunter is 7. So that's 4 damage. Now we'll let the bandito go. So his... Does he have a poison? No, he does not have a poison. So he does not say that he has a poison now. And a damage. And now his 3 terror. So he takes another sanity. And now he's going to attack. Gets to reroll 1 because of his glasses. Yep, he only hits on 5s. Alright, so he's just going to put... You know what? I think he's going to do them one at a time on this guy here. So first one does nothing. Second one does nothing. Third one does a whopping 1 damage. That takes him up to 5. You know what? Should I roll a grit on that and see if I can get rid of him? Nope, we'll just take him up to 5. Oh. He's only got 1 grit left. Alright, so the Marshal has poison, so he gets rid of his poison. There. Now with the poison hit, he does not take damage. His 3 terror. He takes 1 more sanity. And now he can attack. He's going to use his Punisher. Ooh, he's going to use a grit to reroll that. Alright, he does 2. Now before I do anything else, roll to move. No grit. So he has 2 attacks. He's going to put his first one on this guy. So that's enough to kill him, because he only had 1 wound left. And that gives him another 80 experience. Lets him heal a sanity this time. And it does give him another attack, which we'll deal with in a minute. So now he's going to put... You know what? He's going to keep attack. He's going to attack this guy. Another 7, so take the 3 off, so that's 4 damage. Now his earned attack is a hit. He's going to put it on that same guy there. Ooh, and he has no grit, so he can't reroll that. So no help there. I forgot Comforting Presence for him last turn because she was adjacent. Because we do have a little spot there. Which gives her 10 more experience. And now it is the Terralisk's turn. Let's see. And he can change targets every turn, and he can tunnel, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, he's coming after him, so he tunnels. Move that here. So he can come here. Well, or would he push him out of the way? That's a good question. Would he come the closest and push him? I would think that's what would happen. But then he'll just ghost under and come around the other side next turn. But that's okay. So he's attacking him with his 12 attacks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he hits on 3s, 4 or 4s. No, he hits on 4s. So 5 hits. Can defend. How many can he defend? Ooh, he defends them all. That was nice rolling. Wow. Okay, but now we got to do this whole agility thing. So, Bandito's 1-2, Marshall's 3-4, Saloon Girl's 5-6, Lawman's 7-8. Ooh, it's the Saloon Girl, and her agility is 4. And it is agility 5, I believe. So she will burn one of her grit, because she does not want to be eaten. And she still fails. Uh-oh. So let's see what happens here. She is swallowed whole. She gets removed from the board. And at the start of the hero's activation each turn, they take D6 wounds, ignoring defense, and may take a Strength 5 test to climb out. So, and this is, nope, it is not her turn yet, so, egad. Alright. So I believe that is the end of the turn, so time to attempt to hold back the darkness, and we do not. So we get a Growing Dread card. You shudder to think of what lay before you. Move the darkness one step forward on the depth track. Uh-oh. And we are now attacked by 6 hellbats and a corpse pile and some hungry dead. Alright, let me go, and they ambush. So, let me go get that. So this is turning out to be a very long battle, and it has just gotten even longer with hellbats, a corpse pile, and the corpses coming after the heroes on top of the Terralisk. So it's going to be a very long fight, so I thought it's a good time to take a break, both for me and for you, and we will get back started on it with the next part. So until part 3, thanks for watching.